And this is where I never know if it's live or not.
It says live.
It says live.
We are live.
We are live.
Yeah, and I can see it
Okay.
right here. You
Okay.
need to change to, I guess, um, gallery view.
Okay.
Right upper corner, gallery view.
hmm There we are. Okay.
We are live. Welcome, welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. So for us, it's late. And I'm gonna fix this camera here. It's focusing on the background.
Hey, as we wait for people to connect,
Yeah.
let me go to your channel. Why are we transmitting this late, Alba? Why? What do you want to explain?
We have to be on a different time zone right now.
Exactly.
hmm Let me see if I can manually get this thing to focus. It's focusing
Okay.
on the back.
In the back. So there we go. So we'll have people connecting. Right, right. So we have Lena, Martin.
Who else is on? There we go.
Um,
Now I can see it.
right. You can see the chat now.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah, it's weird that we're doing this on a Friday night when almost everybody should be out having fun. But we're doing this because we want to get the attention of our friends. We're in Australia and New Zealand, right? For
So
them,
hi
it's
Lena, hi
another day.
Martine, hello Peace, hello Sylvia. Please tell us where you're checking in from, where you're coming in from. Maybe I should go all the way back here. So, Antonio, these lives always make me crazy because I have to go to so many different live streams and
Yeah.
I
So,
it's very confusing. And
right.
guys, if you don't know, Antonio's a very technical guy. I'm technical too, to a point,
Yeah.
but um, I don't
So,
I don't always have the patience that I need to
well,
have
so what
to
I'm doing, Alba, is I open a browser with YouTube, and I
hmm
click on the mute button of the YouTube
Yeah,
live, right?
that's where I am right
And
now.
I
We're
now
very
have the chat
delayed.
open.
When we see ourselves on the
Oh yeah,
camera, we
yeah.
see
I don't.
ourselves like 3 minutes afterwards. So,
I
oh,
put
there you
Zoom on
go,
top
New
of it.
Zealand. Allison's in New Zealand. Um,
Yes.
BW says I always miss the lives. Well, you didn't today.
Hello, BW. Yeah.
Liberty Bell, glad to catch this. Thank you from Michigan. Hi from Longwood, Florida. Modesto, California. Sabrina from California. Oh, Sabrina took the IHT, introspective hypnosis.
Mm.
T? Okay. And Ontario, Canada, Quebec. Um, there you go. So we are really excited about a trip that we're doing. When is it? February?
It's in February, and it's so fresh that I have not memorized the dates yet. So let me go to my website.
And this is what happened. Antonio has been trying to get me to go to Australia for a while, and um, I do everything by my gut instinct, and it was like, nope, not doing it, not doing it. And then recently he said, Alba, why don't we have you consider going to Australia? Why don't we do something in Australia? And I just said, okay,
Yeah, because last time we went was we went to New Zealand in what
yeah.
2018. It's been a while, you know.
It's been a while, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I have to go with my gut, and my gut told me, okay, this is the right timing to go. And you know that I like to sprinkle my little fairy dust vibes in places all over the world. And I figure, hey, Victoria needs some fairy vibes from the last 5 years. So I think that's a good reason to go there and see everybody there. So that's why we're
Right.
going for the class. We're doing a class there.
So it's February 24th to March 1st.
Yes.
6 day
And we
course.
already have somebody who signed up.
Already, and we want to encourage you to register because there is an early bird special.
Yeah.
There is a discount.
Hmm.
Um, we're gonna offer it for some time. So if you're really thinking about joining this course, because God knows when we're going to go back to Australia or if we're gonna be alive, but at that moment. Um, but you can register with a deposit, a $500 deposit, and you
Yeah.
make payments until we're close to the date of the class,
Hmm.
and you get your early bird special. You get a discount. Hmm.
Yep. Yep. And we're going to be doing a longer class than what we did in New Zealand. In New Zealand, how many days was it?
It was
5?
a 5 day back then. The technique
Yeah.
has, for those that took the course in New Zealand. Um, so let's think about it. In New Ze back when we went to New Zealand, I knew which techniques. I knew what QHST, I knew introspective hypnosis, and life between lives was fresh for me because I
Yeah.
got certified in 2019, actually. Yeah. So then I learned past life therapy, and it changed my approach in the sessions, and it updated the training. So it was a 5 day, now it's a 6 day. There are new techniques that we're teaching. The approach has changed. So this technique keeps evolving with whatever we find in sessions. We cannot stay rigid, otherwise it's going to become obsolete.
Yeah.
Our clients dictate what type of techniques we need for different situations, right? We cannot remain the same forever and ever, you know?
Yeah, and one of the things I always tell people during the live classes, Antonio never holds back. Whatever he knows, he's going to teach you. And between him with the techniques and I chime in with the experiences, and we make a pretty good team back and forth talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of hypnosis because.
Right.
There are things that we teach you that other people won't teach, you know?
Right. So if you take this class, oh, by the way, before I continue, yeah, the class is gonna start on the 24th, but Alba, we are also trying to schedule a workshop. So that's the weekend
Hmm.
before the class. It's a 2 day workshop. And it is an
Yeah,
experiential workshop. It's not a lecture. We give some explanation, but then you guys have activities, and we'll do sessions and regressions and you
yeah.
name it, right? So,
Yeah,
uh,
so if you don't want to learn hypnosis, like you're saying, oh, well, yeah, Antonio and Alba are coming. I just want a session. I just want to, just get the experience. The workshop that we're going to put together, once we find the place, we're still looking for a place, a venue to hold this thing. Once we find a place, we're going
right,
to be telling you when the workshop will be. And during the workshop, information is given to you, and then the volunteers from the class get to do a session.
right,
So not get to do it. The session is done on you in front of everybody. So
right.
it's pretty powerful, and we recommend for those of you who just want to spend some time with us and learn some new stuff and really see how this technique works in person, because it's
Right.
very different to see something on video than to actually experience what that person
No,
is going through.
is the energy in the place, Alba. Every time we get together to do this kind of work, this kind of workshop, there's a lot of healing that takes place.
Hmm.
I know, and we you have witnessed that we're being assisted. Not you and I, everybody being assisted
Yes.
by spirits that are there to help us heal.
Hmm.
So it's not only the ones that receive the sessions are the ones that benefit from it, but also the ones that watch the session. They also heal. It's beautiful to see what happens. So that is what's going to happen before the course. Now, about the training, this is a serious training. This is not just, hey, you're going to learn a technique to explore, or you're going to learn a technique to see what you're going to do with it. This course it has been designed as a professional course where we teach you everything from the basics. You don't need previous experience. As a matter of fact, Sangio Hypnosis Solution, which is my company, right? Under what I teach and facilitate sessions, has been certified as a career partner by the Newton Institute. The Newton Institute realized the need of uh, training a new breed of practitioners that could handle every aspect of the session. It's not just past lives. It's not just life between lives. It's not just clinical hypnosis and staying in this life. Once your client is in a trance, you don't know where your client is going to go. The soul knows where it needs to go, and it might go to. They might go to a past life. They might go to the moment of the death in a past life. Might go to the moment of the moment after they died in a past life. They might be trapped. They cannot go to the light. They could go back to the womb. You're talking about traumatic events, right? There's a lot of traumas in the womb. There's rape, there's molestation, there are accidents, there's grieving process, you name it. And the Newton Institute realized that they needed people to be trained in all of those aspects, not only one, right?
Hmm.
So Sanyo Hypnosis Solutions has been trained with a 200-hour program. This is something different, but the only reason I mention this is because introspective hypnosis is part of that 200-hour program that I had to create, and I had to go through a certification process for what they call the MNI Beyond program, because after you get certified with the 200-hour program, you go and raise and certify, and you take life between lives, and you get the MNI and Beyond program, so the certification. So um, this is a serious training. It's not just for having fun or exploration. It
Yeah.
is not us saying it works. It is not our clients saying it works. It's not our students saying it's a good technique. Now it's an institute, like the Michael Newton Institute, recognized
Hmm.
worldwide, saying introspective hypnosis, which is part of the 200-hour program, is a good technique. So it's good.
And for those of you who have never done hypnosis before and are interested in doing this kind of work, consider coming to the class because we will teach you everything that you need to know to do a session. There are other types of techniques that are just solely on past lives. And many of the practitioners who do other types of hypnosis are not trained to do things for this life. So you may go to a practitioner and they'll say, "Well, you didn't go to a past life. There must be something. You may not be hypnotizable or something like that." And that's not true. The soul takes you to where you need to heal, and sometimes you're not going to be shown a past life at all in a session because what you need is to take care of business here in this lifetime. And I mean, Antonio and I have done many, 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 many sessions, and we see that. It's not that you're not hypnotizable, it's that we need to work on what your soul wants to heal,
Right.
not just
And
let's explore who I was in a different lifetime. It's not in our case, this is not about playing games. It's not about writing a book about the experiences and other events everywhere else. It's about taking care of our clients, and we're very
because
serious about how we feel about our clients. That is the number one thing. It's not about us. When we first started, Antonio, because we both did this. We wanted to know about our life. And because we didn't have anybody to practice on, we would use our clients to ask questions about us. that's not what the
advice
session,
for us.
that's
Yeah.
not what the session is about. And I finally tested this once to see if this was real, if people were able to to really give me advice or give me information. And I tested this one guy that I knew. He was someone I knew personally, so I figured it was safe enough to try this on him. And my mother was a seamstress all her life. All her life, she worked in factories. She was always sewing. She loved to sew. And when she passed, I felt that urging to pick up the sewing machine and start sewing. And it was amazing that I felt as if my fingers were just being guided. Right. I mean, I would just, I felt like my mother was right there with me, having fun as I was sewing, right? So I knew my mom was helping me. So I decided to use this one client to figure out, you know, what what was uh, what was really happening with the clients on the other side. So on one of the questions, because this is when I used to do a different technique where you ask questions, I said, you know, I'd like to know who's been helping me with my sewing. And he says, that would be Betsy Ross. Now, Betsy Ross is the woman who uh, did the American flag, the first American flag. I knew Betsy Ross had nothing to do with my life. So I said, they're just making up answers. They're just making up answers. So from that moment on, I said, no, I have no business asking any of my clients about my life. So as the years progressed, I realized I got all my answers in one way or another. And now I may do curiosity things with certain people, and Antonio does the same thing. There are certain mediums that we use in sessions that we have special sessions with, and those are the ones that we will ask questions of, personal questions. So, Antonio has one. I use Sabrina as my go-to, but it's not a client. These are just our own personal
It,
sessions
it,
that
it,
they're not paying
those
clients.
are sessions where both of us are helping each other because
Yeah.
they're exploring their healing past lives. And
Hmm.
the case that I had, her name is Eva. I had 3 sessions with her first session into my YouTube channel. It was amazing. She's sonambulistic. She doesn't remember anything after she comes out of a trance. Her spirit guide showed up to help her. And then he started addressing me, right, without even asking. So the next time, I always, one of the things that I had to learn, and thanks to Life Between Lives, how to work with spirit guides is they don't work for us. We work for them. We are the service of to the spirit world. So we always ask for permission if it is possible. If it is for the benefit of my client, am I allowed to ask questions? Am I allowed to ask a couple of personal questions? So, but again, in this field, and now the same thing happens to you. Now I have clients, and all of them became friends that
Yeah.
are mediums. You have channelers,
Yeah.
you have people that go deep into a trance. But we don't
Hmm.
need to ask about our lives at this point. I think
No,
we got what we needed to know. And sometimes when we need to know something, they will let us know without even asking, which
absolutely.
is the important part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Our lives have changed quite a bit. I mean, Antonio is not the same person that he was when I
no,
first met him. He's not even the same person that he was when he first started teaching this. Antonio is like a new version, okay? Brand new version, and every year he gets upgraded to a different version. As do I,
no, the
as do
white hair
I.
now.
So that's why the classes are so interesting because every class he surprises me. It's like it's so funny because he'll get to another part of the class and he'll set me aside and he goes, I've changed something. I've changed something in the class. And it's like, all
Yeah,
right, let's see what you came up
be,
with this time. And it's
because
always good. It's always really good.
one of the things that we need to learn and we had to learn is how to adapt to the changes, right? And how to follow our instinct. Each class is
Hmm.
different, each group is different, each group comes together for a different reason.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because they all have the same energy and they have different needs, learning needs and healing needs. So we
Hmm.
need to adapt the class to that. So it's not like, okay, there's this template I created for the class and we need to follow it no matter what. If you didn't get it by day one, I'm sorry, it's gone. You missed the train. No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Nobody's left behind.
Yeah,
But
and Antonio provides the training manual. In the training manual, you take a lot of notes. Day one, he puts down a foundation. The next day, there's even more. The next day, there's even more. So every day, you're getting a review of what you learned yesterday, and then it builds and builds and builds, and you're practicing during the whole time you're there.
right,
So that's what's really
right,
good, you know?
right. We're teaching you to work with the soul.
Mm,
As simple as that. And when it's a privilege when you have somebody coming to you asking for help, willing to tell you their deepest and darkest secrets,
yeah.
opening their soul to you. You better know what to do in a session. You
Hmm.
cannot just improvise and say, "Oh, well, I learned past life regression, so let's see, whatever it is, right?" And if it didn't work because I didn't know what to do, I'm not gonna blame my client. Oh, what happened is that you didn't go deep enough, or
Hmm.
maybe you're not allowed to watch. No, uh, you always get the clients always get something in the session, and the soul
Yeah.
knows where it needs to go. It's
Yeah.
not only past life, it's not only this life. It could also be the space in between lives. We don't teach that in class. Of course, I would recommend you to go to the Newton Institute for that. They are the experts in life between lives. I have no authorization to teach that technique. That is them. But
Yeah.
we need to learn all of that. That is going to give you the flexibility. It is sad, Alba, and we have seen this many times in classes when we get practitioners that train in other techniques and they
Hmm.
were not given all the tools. So when they were
Right.
to facilitate sessions and they faced situations they didn't know how to handle, they got traumatized because they
Yeah.
felt stuck. They didn't know what to do. Their clients said it didn't work.
Yep.
And they don't want to practice anymore or they are afraid, right?
They're afraid to practice. And
And
we have seen people who also come to our class and they're so comfortable with what they were doing that they don't want to expand.
big mistake,
Big mistake, because we have
big
seen people
mistake.
come to our class that are absolute naturals. They're so good. They're
They
so good.
gifted and
They're so gifted, but they say, no, this is the way I've learned. This is the way I like to do things. And yeah, well, it's nice that you've taught me all this, but we're not going to use it.
it's sad.
And it is sad. It's very sad because you as a client going to those people, you realize you're not getting what you
Right,
need, you
right.
know?
S-
And even us, it's really funny because Antonio, you were talking about the fact that people get what they need. We as practitioners have no idea what the client is getting from this session because, first of all, they're not telling us everything. They're only giving us blocks of information, little pieces of information.
Mhm.
And then there's so much that's going on in the background that we can't tell. We can't tell what's going on in the background. And I have had people where I've thought that the session was a disaster because they were fighting me the whole time, and all of a sudden they send me an email back saying like, "Oh my God, you can't believe what happened to me." And so things are amazing. This is what's amazing. So to
Yeah.
me, it's like, okay, the guides bring you to me. I will say what comes out of my mouth that's I'm guided to say, and it's up to your guides and you
No,
to
besides
heal.
Alba, the client has the control all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can choose in a session if they want to visit a sad memory. I had clients that
Hmm.
didn't want to visit a sad memory or traumatic event, even though that's what they need in order to heal. This is
Hmm.
why all healing is self-healing. Some people
Yeah.
decide not to heal because with the condition they have, they get special treatment from their loved ones, right? And
Yeah.
if they heal, that special treatment is not going to be there. So they say, no, I'm not going to heal.
Yeah.
So we have no control. But all I know in a session is that I know that I know. I've been doing this long enough. I know the techniques and I do my 100%.
Yeah.
Same technique works with everybody. If it doesn't work
Yeah.
with one person, maybe that person is not ready. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe the client is guarded or is blocking or doesn't is not ready to do the work. Um, but we teach you all of that so that you don't get
Yeah.
frustrated. If you feel comfortable with what you know, you're not learning anything new.
Yeah.
If
I want to
yeah,
give a shout out to someone who's online right now. That's David
yeah.
Danvers. I had a session with David in the UK. I think it was I think it was Liverpool. I think. And he recently had an accident where he lost his leg,
Mm,
motorcycle accident. So he says, I'm not the same person since my accident. I've been upgraded. So David had been studying a different type of hypnosis after that session, and um, you realize that nothing happens by accident, and
there are no accidents.
there are no accidents. I have also David Hakes saying hello, Alba. Great to see you live. Hello, Antonio. Hello, all. So, do you all have any questions for us? Because we could
Can talk
talk
for
with each
hours.
other. Yeah, we could talk for hours, and tell you about stuff. But we like to get people to chime in also and just ask us questions because many people think, well, why should I make this investment? And I always remember the story, Antonio, of Judith in Italy. Judith always comes up in my mind, and I mentioned her. I don't think she's probably sleeping by now, so she's not awake, but
It's
she'll
in
see this
Italy.
tomorrow.
Yes,
But Judith had signed up for this introspective hypnosis class right before COVID
pandemic.
hit. Yeah, right before the pandemic, and she sent you or me the email. I don't remember.
She sent, I don't remember.
I think she sent you an email
Maybe send me an email because she paid a
she wanted to
deposit.
cancel it. Yeah, she wanted to cancel it because she was coming into hard times and she needed that money because she wasn't going to have
Well,
work.
she was gonna go to the Netherlands, I think, and we had to cancel that class, reschedule the class.
Right,
So she
right,
said, so there's not gonna be a live class. So if it's possible, I'd like to get the money back because I need to support myself during the pandemic.
right.
Because Judith, I don't know if she's still doing that. She was a
Yeah,
tour guide doing,
she took us on tour on the bicycle in
yeah. When
Italy,
I went with
so
my
she
wife
is.
and when you went with yourself, right? For yourself.
Yes.
Um,
So,
she was not going to have any income during the pandemic. And I sent the email to Alba. You sent her a beautiful email
yeah.
that I think you channeled.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Yes.
decided to keep with the plan and learn introspective hypnosis, right?
And that gave her something to fall back on all those years that she had to stay home. And she learned a new technique. That's another form of income. Now I know she's really geared up. I see her videos online.
She's doing this
So
full time now, if I'm not
she
mistaken.
is. She
Yeah,
lives.
yeah.
Now, Ginny Bauer says, Alba, I learned better questioning techniques by watching your YouTube videos. You should watch Antonio's videos because they're totally different,
Two different
um,
styles.
two different styles. And, when you go to class, you're learning his style. But thank you for that, Ginny.
Yeah.
When we first started this work, we had only been trained by Dolores Cannon. And I remember people asking in class, but Dolores, how do we know what to ask? How do we know how to go through a session? And she would always say, well, read my books.
No, when I was watching Aurelio Mejia's videos, when I learned
Mhm.
from him, I said, "Oh my God, how does he know what to say?
Right.
What would I say?" And people ask me the same question now. How do you know what to say? I don't know. I just ask the
Yeah.
questions, right?
Yeah. And it's not something that you memorize. It's not a script that you
No.
memorize. It's I always remember because I used to work for a for the city of Miami, and they had a police department, and we used to I used to every once in a while go touring through their departments because we did the phone systems there, and the 911 center, they had these things, these boards of if they say this, you flip the chart and you say that. It's a script, so they know
Mhm.
exactly what to say in every situation. Well,
Mhm.
that doesn't work like that in hypnosis
There's no
because
template, no
everybody is
scripts.
different, and you have to be there mentally with the person, and you have to almost. It's almost like I always think like this. Like imagine like we end up in a closet together, and it's dark, and I have to ask you like, okay, where are we? What is this place? Is it a small place? It is a large place? Well, where are we? Oh my God,
Yeah.
no, I'm in a tomb. Oh, so
Oh, watch one of my latest sessions. That was the case.
yes,
Somebody buried
yes.
alive. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's all about just being very curious and using the techniques that are taught. We have all sorts of different ways of doing things that will come up with good results. So, but you
Right.
have to be willing to do it. And we love to watch on the last day when people are doing the sessions themselves. We split up the class, they all go to
And
different
healing.
parts of the room, and one is the client, and then they all get together and they start working together as a group and help each other. We
Yeah.
always we always make sure that there's one person that has had hypnosis experience so that they can help the others if you
Right.
start to
At, at,
flounder.
at the end, for example, Alba, you and I were basically trained by the same teachers, except I didn't train in clinical hypnosis.
Hmm.
But we have different styles because at the
Yeah,
end, like my teacher said, we become the technique. Doesn't matter
exactly.
how many techniques you learn, you have all the techniques within you, you
Yeah.
become the technique. It's the same as two brothers raised by the same parents, right?
Hmm.
They're completely different, right? Because we have different backgrounds, because the different knowledge, because we have previous incarnations with different events and traumas and experiences. So it's impossible for two people to facilitate these sessions the same way. We
Yeah.
we bring different ingredients. So a technique is just this: we're teaching you how to use this pen. But
Yeah.
what you're going to write with this pen is going to come out of your mind and out of your heart.
Exactly, exactly.
So
So we are going to Australia. If you are close by, like Allison, I don't know, Allison Ann is on here
we're
from
going
New
to
Zealand.
Melbourne, by the way, Melbourne, right?
We're
It's
going to,
Melbourne.
yeah, we're going to Melbourne. Um, And if you're in New Zealand, you're closer to us than you're closer to Melbourne than we are. I did get somebody asking if we'd go somewhere else, and it's like, no, we're going to one place, and that's where we're going. So it's
Yeah.
easier for you to fly to Melbourne than us to,
Yeah, when we went to New Zealand, we got how many, like 50 people. We don't want such a big class,
yeah.
really. We are now focusing on small groups, right?
Hmm.
But we're going to Melbourne, and again, there are a $300 discount, 300 US dollars
Yeah,
discount as
exactly.
an early bird special, but you have to take action now
Hmm.
because that way we also know what type of venue we're going to book.
Exactly. If we are having a small class, obviously we're not going to go to a much bigger room, and the opposite is true.
Yeah,
If it's a
yeah,
big class, we need a bigger room because we want it to be
yeah.
comfortable for you.
And this is just a course, it's not a retreat. So for what you're paying for the class, right?
Hmm.
And you stay wherever you want to stay. We
And
want to
eat whatever you want to eat,
eat
and that's
whatever
a,
you want to eat. Right.
exactly.
Of course, we're gonna provide coffee break, but
Yeah.
um, we try to keep it simple.
Yep.
Uh, but at the same time, we would like to have some people take action for us. I mean, just going there, Alba, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to spend like 25 hours, 24 hours on a plane. I'm flying out of Charlotte.
Thinking.
I have to go Charlotte. I'm gonna fly out of Atlanta and then going to LA and then
Hmm.
Melbourne. So it's gonna be a long flight.
Yep. I am
Um,
the Phoenix has asks a question. Do group sessions tend to amplify collective healing? I'm not sure if you mean classes, the group classes, because when we have a group of people together, they're all
and
going to be,
what is collective healing? What are you talking when you
yeah, amplify
about when you say
collective healing.
collective, right?
Exactly. When I spoke about the practice that we do on the last day, that is so that you are able to do a session with other people helping you. Okay. It's a practice session, although people
Right.
get what they need from it. And Antonio and I jump in because there are
Yeah, yeah,
many
yeah.
times when things go woo and we have to jump in. They'll wave us down and say, "Ooh, this person has an entity or something.
Right.
We don't know what to do with it." And so we'll jump
Hmm.
in and take over. So don't be worried about that if that's if that's a question on anybody's mind. But in class, we will see immediately that everybody who's in the class has been brought to that class for a
For a
reason,
reason.
and the healing begins immediately. We have people who have never felt anything before, and all of a sudden they're feeling symptoms and they're feeling weird, and that's because they need to work on something while
Because
they're with us.
this class is not really just for learning. Because anyway, in order to become a good practitioner, I mean, in order to, the more sessions you get as a client, the better practitioner you will be because
Exactly.
we also need to heal ourselves because otherwise it will be like the wounded healer syndrome, right? Have you ever seen two blind people helping each other cross the street? No. One needs to be able to see, right? So we need to heal ourselves too. When I created or the structure of the class, I didn't do it with that intention, but then we started noticing that as we were practicing through the days, symptoms were manifesting. People were
Mhm.
healing just without even trance, just
Right.
practicing navigating sad memories, right? So we're
Yeah.
going to teach you the 6 steps of introspective hypnosis, starting from the interview, which is it's crucial.
Yeah.
Learning how to do an interview. An interview is just not it's not just talking to somebody to get to know that person. There is a reason, there is a purpose, there is a structure for
Yeah.
that interview, and the idea is to help that client connect with emotions, and there is a way to do that. So we're going
Hmm.
to show you all the tricks, but also most importantly all the do's and don'ts and all the mistakes that we made
Yeah.
so that
Oh,
you don't
that's
make
really
them.
important. Yeah. That's one of the things that I think is most important is we tell you what not to do
Yeah, not
because
because we say so, it's because we
we've been
we
burned
experienced it.
before. We've been
Yeah,
burned before. And so we tell you what not to do. And, we get the people in class saying, but, I really would like to do that. And it's like, we've been burned. So we know when we tell you don't do it, it's because we
yeah.
really recommend
Hmm.
not to do it.
Hmm.
Because, Antonio and I have been talking with each other and growing up in this field for how many years now? It's 11 years.
11.
A
Yeah,
lot
to
more gray, a lot
2000,
more grays, okay?
2014. Yeah.
Um, 11 years, and we started from scratch, and we've learned a lot along the way, and we like to give that to people. But Antonio, I want to talk about the other things that we're doing too, besides Australia. Australia, we want to
Right.
get the people to sign up for that because um, honestly, I don't know if I'm going back there. So,
Yeah,
uh,
to go back to Australia, I don't, yeah, that's challenging because it's not only the distance, it's the investment. And we need to get, of course, as you might understand, some people just to pay for the plane tickets and the accommodation and the venue, right? So,
Yeah,
so many people have been asking, when are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming? So we're coming,
we're
right?
coming.
This is a
And
time
then,
I don't think we're gonna go back anytime soon.
yeah.
So if you're in New Zealand, oh, same thing. In the New Zealand class, half was from people in New Zealand, and some half of the class was from Australia.
But
So
there's other countries in that
no,
area too,
well,
not just Australia and New Zealand, that are much
yeah,
closer than we are. So if you're thinking of going to Melbourne, please please sign up for the
yeah.
class soon. But we do have another class coming up after that
Right.
in
So
May.
if you allow me, can I get the calendar here in my
Yes.
right? So has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but September 18th, in case you're interested about Kabuli's event, I organized a
Oh
workshop
yeah.
for our teacher, Dr. Jose Luis Kabuli, who taught us past life therapy. He's going
Hmm.
to Maryland for a 4-day workshop. I'm gonna be there. Alba's gonna be there. It's
We're
his
not, we're
workshop.
not we're not teaching. We're
We're
just going to be
students.
we're students. We're just going to be there like you, just listening and
If,
um,
if you
being
want to
part of it.
see a master in action, this is him.
Yeah.
I organized this for him in the Netherlands, and it was a big success. I organized this here in the US. I'm sure it's going to be the same. There are quite a few people already registered.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to have the experience I had when I first met him, which actually made me decide to learn past life therapy. Then after that, well, I have an online class November 4th. I have an
Hmm.
online class, introspective hypnosis. Or past life therapy, have February, but that's online. Then we have Australia, right?
Right.
February 24th to March 1st. Um, Again, I mentioned Cusco, the rebirth of the soul. That's in March. It's taking place. I organize that every year. May 17th, Alba, we're going to be in Maryland.
Yeah.
Introspective hypnosis course slash retreat. That is different. When it's just a course, we finish at 5 and that's it.
Hmm.
5:30 tops. When it's a retreat, we finish maybe at 5. We have dinner from 6 to 7. After 7, back to the class, and then you get to watch sessions. Get to do extra activities, right? We finish maybe at 9:30.
Yeah.
And this is in Maryland at Bon Secures.
Yeah.
There, there's I think some no, the early bird is not active there yet anymore. I mean,
No.
but it's May 17th to May 23rd, and there's limited space. We cannot take as many people as we want there. We have a contract with Bond Secures, and we have just a
Yeah.
set amount of rooms. Um,
And then
and
we want to tell them what has not been listed yet.
it's not been listed. September 2026,
Write it
going back
down.
to the Netherlands.
Yes.
In September. Keep that in mind. It's not
Yeah.
listed yet because it's far, far, far away. It's like it will
Yeah.
be more than a year away from it.
But for
But
those of you who are in Europe or just want to go to the Netherlands to have a amazing
le-
experience.
it's, I mean, the country is beautiful, and Samaya, it's amazing. Alba, when I went there this May with Dr. Kabuli for his
Mhm.
workshop, when he when he arrived to Samaya, he could not believe the place. Said Antonio, I didn't think it was going to be this way. He was
Mm.
walking in the grounds and enjoying the place and the
Yeah,
atmosphere. The room that was assigned to him was the best room. It was amazing. Um, so if you combine all of that and Samaya, the staff in Samaya is amazing. Tonya
mm.
and Michael, the owners,
They're
amazing
amazing.
people. They're amazing.
Yeah,
They're like family, right? And they treat us
yeah.
like family when
I'll
we're
tell them a story of how much they took care of me because 2 years ago I got very, very sick during the class. I only lasted a couple of days. I was absolutely exhausted and I just went down and I was in bed like what, 3 days or something?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think at least 3 days. I couldn't even like move over. And the owners of the place, uh, they actually came and they would sit with me in the room and they were like nurses. They would get me whatever I wanted. Michael would, all I need, I would tell him I would go like this, and he would take my washcloth and wring it out, get some
Yeah.
cold water and put it back on my face. I couldn't even talk. I was so sick, and they were just amazing. Who does that? These are owners of this retreat, and they treated us like we were our family, like we were their family.
Mm.
Like who else would do that? So
Yeah.
we just love them. They're just amazing people, and
And
so
they
we would
enjoy
love
having
for
our
you to.
groups. Yeah.
Yeah, the food is outstanding. It's vegetarian, organic food. Um, it's made by a chef that absolutely loves what he does and comes out and he addresses everybody and tells them what it's all family style eating. So we all
Mhm.
sit down and share. So those three experiences are totally different experiences, but we're opening this up so that you can learn, so that you can help other people. In this day and age,
Right.
there's a lot of people that need to be helped. It's not just about navigating past lives and curiosity. It really is about helping people. And that's why we're offering this. So I don't see any questions from anybody except that one question about the group sessions. So
Yeah.
um,
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention
yeah.
in also in May 2026, we said, right, we're going back as a student again with Dr. Kabuli to the Netherlands as a four-day
Yeah.
workshop. Um, an amazing experience too.
Yeah. I'm not going to that one, but anybody who is
I'll
in
be there.
Europe, Antonio will be there. And he mentioned also Cusco, so he does like a spiritual tour, right? Would you call it
We
that, a
do,
spiritual
yes,
tour?
because it's yeah, we tour, but we start with a workshop. So the
Hmm.
workshop, there's healing, there's sessions.
Yeah.
There are group regressions. We did group regressions on archaeological sites. It was amazing. We did two workshops, and the time we spent together was talking about us and healing
Hmm.
our soul. So it was amazing. You can watch some of those testimonials on my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and
So
that's
if
March. But
Machu Picchu or Peru is on your bucket list,
yeah,
go to Antonio's page, antoniosangio.com,
yeah,
and you could sign up. Get yourself and your spouse or your
yeah. We
girlfriend or boyfriend to go and but it is about the group. It's not about just
right.
touring. It's about working on yourselves.
Right. And I would need to, I would say, close the registration close to the end of the year, December
Hmm.
31st or so,
Yeah.
because nowadays it's challenging to get tickets for Machu Picchu and the best, they call it the route, right? The best one. So, yeah, if anybody wants to take action, again, book with a deposit, and that way we know you want to come,
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah.
I did get a clarification from I Am the Phoenix. It says, I guess what I meant was if having multiple people in the class affects the energy in the room, positive or negative, or benefits the person with healing.
The spirits that are there to help us are always positive energy. But
Yes.
healing is a personal journey.
Yeah.
Not because people are together and have good vibes, you're going to heal. All healing is self healing. You need
Yeah.
to be willing to do the work. It's not like, heal me and you're healed.
Yeah.
No. In order to heal, as we say in class, you need to feel. You need to
Yeah.
do the work. If there are traumas, we need to revisit those traumas to desensitize them, to
Yeah.
work on them. So that's the process of healing.
Yeah. And one of the subjects that comes up during the class, which always affects the majority of the class, is the part about rape and molestation, about how to work with that, how to work with a client. And we always have reactions in the class because Most of the classes are a lot of women in the class. A lot of them
99%.
yeah, a lot of them have experienced um, some sort of molestation, whether it's as a child, as a teenager,
Yeah.
um, even if it's, something in the family. I've known people who are affected by the fact that they were born of someone who, had an incident
Mhm.
and they were the result of it. So it's always going to trigger people, and it's great when it's triggered because that's when the
Yeah.
healing begins. That's when we start working on them.
That's one. And number two, is it's always a good idea that you know what to do in those situations. Because
Yes,
if you think you're not going to run into those cases in your sessions, just wait. Give it
yeah,
some time. You're running to that situation. And if you don't know what to do, what are you going to do with your client? Oh, no, please
exactly.
move to the next event, please. I don't know how to do that one.
Right.
Mhm.
And I have had people come to me saying that they have had other sessions with other practitioners, and the practitioner basically, when that happened, they just
They
told them to
ignored it.
open their eyes and, you know,
Yeah.
uh, so it's almost like going to surgery. Somebody cuts you open and then says, "Oh, sorry, I don't know how to stitch you back."
I was not trained for what I found, so you know,
Exactly.
I leave the wound
Exactly.
open, go to the next doctor, see if he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope that you will take that into consideration to help other people with that because there's so much that needs to be healed during this time. And
Hmm.
I think both Antonio and I have been brought to this earth to do this mission. You know, I think this was a plan before we got here.
This
I
is, I
think
guess, I guess so. I mean, when
we,
when I look back and put all the dots together and the messages that I'm sure same thing happened to do it. You were given since I was in my early 20s. We didn't make sense back then, right?
yeah, yeah.
Everything fell in place. Everything.
Everything falls in place. And I was doing some computer work yesterday. I was trying to find pictures from my other gatherings because I'm 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 constructing a new website. So I was going through really, really old stuff, and I came across some writings, some automatic writings. This is when I was learning about the spiritual world through my writings. And I think it was either 2007 or 8. And I was blown away by what it said um, about what I was going to be doing in the future. I didn't believe it then. I didn't want to believe it, but uh,
Well, you said it to me when I first met you, and I thought, that's a big ego, right? I felt like she said, I've been told that this is what is going to happen. I said,
yeah.
and it happened, you know,
And it happened. And
and
I
it happened.
wasn't, I thought that was kind of crazy because that wasn't part of what I thought was my journey. And all of a sudden, everything happened really quickly. But I was told this when 2000, so it was like 5 or 6 years before it happened, or even more. I was
Mhm.
told this, you are being prepared.
Yeah, we
Um,
were babies in hypnosis back then. We were,
yeah,
yeah, we were
yeah.
crawling.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's really great for us to teach you because we learn that way. We learned that way. We
Yeah.
we learned,
And, and we're honest with you. There's a learning curve. No, it's like saying, "Oh, I want to play for the NBA, and I'm
yeah,
registering for the 6 day class, and I want to play for the NBA." Of course, that's not going to happen. There's a learning curve, but the
yeah,
learning curve is nice, and
yeah,
everything you experience in that learning curve is beautiful because it's new. It's new
mhm,
information, it's new learning, it's new healing.
yeah.
I,
Marcelo says, "Do you have any plans to come to Brazil?"
um, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but what about the language? I will need to
Yeah,
teach in Spanish, and what are you guys going to do with the Portuguese part? I can
yeah.
understand like 90% Portuguese, but everything is.
I look at the following. I look at how many people are watching the videos from certain countries because that is. the stats that we have. I also look at my mailing list, the people who follow me. I don't have too many in Brazil at all.
Mm-mm.
So Marcelo, if if you want to learn, I would say either come to Maryland, make a trip to the US, or go
Yeah,
to the Netherlands. Or maybe go over to Australia. But no, we don't just go to countries because, hey, we just want to do
yeah.
this. We have to be sure that we have a certain amount of people there. Now, Marcelo, if you said to us, and this is, I think, anywhere in the world, if you said to us, listen, I have guaranteed 30 to 40 people that speak English who want to learn this technique, guaranteed, then okay, why not? Because then we know that
Yeah.
we've got an audience. But for us
Yeah.
to just throw it out there, and
No,
see
it's
who,
what happens, Alba, is like, yeah, you see both of us, but well, we have a company, right?
yeah,
We pay taxes, so there's a lot of things behind what we do. So we need to be careful
yeah,
with the spending.
yeah. I
But
mean,
but
when we go to a place, we're paying for everything. We're paying for the airfare, we're paying for our transportation, our food, everything, and then we're not making money at home. So we have to
and
make
from that
money
you
there.
we pay taxes for the income,
Exactly.
even if it's
Yeah.
a different country, we pay taxes because.
So they take money away from us
It's
at
in
the end
another
of the day.
country, but you guys pay through PayPal. PayPal, we pay taxes. So
Yeah.
it
No,
is
and
the same as
PayPal t
doing it here.
takes a chunk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're not getting paid what you pay us.
yeah. So Marcelo, but I'll be in Peru in October teaching a 6-day course in
Yeah,
Peru, but that's in Spanish. Right.
yes, yes. And yeah, so you're doing the Spanish. So anybody here speaks Spanish, you can learn in Peru, right? When
Yeah,
is
I'll
that
go
class?
do it in Peru. That's October. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Ask me questions I was not prepared for.
Uh-oh.
So let me go. It's on my Instagram.
I just noticed my plant is very thirsty.
You plant?
Yeah, you see my plant?
Oh,
That plant is really
oh, yeah,
thirsty.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be in um I'll be in Peru October 18th to the 23rd for sessions.
Yeah.
I also do a workshop and I just scheduled 9 sessions. I only have a few spots left. Now I also do sessions there.
Are you doing a class there or just a workshop?
A class and a workshop. But
Oh, there you go.
that's a 2-day workshop and it's a 6-day course. Yeah.
Okay, so
Class session.
Marcelo, there you go. You can go from Brazil to Peru. It's a little
Yeah.
bit closer, and it'll be in
Yeah.
Spanish.
And I also try to organize something in Spanish online. Actually, the one in Peru, I want to do it hybrid. Last
Mm.
time I did with something that's going to happen soon with us, so doing hybrid events, live and online as well. But in
Yeah.
Peru, I did the last workshop was hybrid. People were able to join from Mexico, you know.
Hmm.
And we do have we because we have the same device, we do have the technology to do that.
Yeah, let me show them the device. The crazy, this is the device that we're talking about. Um, Antonio forces me into new technology. It's like you
We need to
have
adapt
to
to the times.
you have to buy this, you have to buy that. And so let's see if I could. Mm, anyway, this is the device. This is the device that
It allows you to
live
stream to
stream.
like four
Yeah.
platforms at the same time. You can also by itself, that by itself, you don't need a computer, but you can connect that to Zoom
Mm,
and it has multi-camera, multi-microphone. It's like your TV station. And so we have the technology. We have that
yeah.
closet you see behind me is full of device electronics. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've stopped buying everything that he buys because in the past, when he used to call me and say, "I got this new device," right? And he's all excited about it, and then he said, "I said, what is it?" And I'd be on the phone checking out on Amazon, and then at the end of the conversation, it's
Yeah.
always the same thing. This
Amazon
went
was
on for
knocking at your
years.
door. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the session, he goes, "But you should really buy this thing." And I said, "I already did."
Awesome. Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the end of the conversation, I'd already clicked it, but I don't do that anymore because some of these things now that he's buying is a little bit more expensive and I'm not using it
Hmm.
like I used to. So, and sometimes I'll buy something and I don't
Yeah. And
really
I
use it.
even during class we made recommendations of what devices to buy, right? For
Yeah.
example, I'm planning to do more lives on Instagram and
Hmm.
exploring TikTok, but doing in Instagram. And I bought this micro some time ago. It's really good. Is the Rode microphone is really good. And what I love about this microphone is that this same microphone I can connect through USB-C to my phone, and it's an awesome quality, really good. So if you guys are into hypnosis,
Or
doing
podcasting.
content or doing your streams, live
Yeah.
streaming, that's the microphone to go. Yeah, and these headsets are connected to the microphone. These
Hmm.
headphones connected to the microphone. And it has an equalizer. You can adjust it to whatever you need. It's amazing. Really good. She
So
wouldn't
anyway,
buy it though.
no, no, I'm no. I've got the one that he was constantly telling me to buy, which is this
Okay,
one.
it's been a few years, Alba.
It's been a few
It's been a
years
few
and I don't want to
years.
buy another microphone right
Okay. I
now.
mean,
Thank
is
you very much.
the Blue Yeti is a great microphone. It's like what, $125? It's a great microphone. This one I find it better. Rode for me is the way to go on microphones. But this one is like what? 200, 300? I don't remember. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but it's professional. You see all the YouTubers, content creators are using that microphone.
Yeah.
Good.
I have a problem now even getting my camera to focus on me. So yeah.
Yeah, the cameras also that we have. Do you have the
Yeah, I have it, but
Insta
it's
360, right?
yeah, but it's
The
focusing
link.
on focusing behind me.
Did you install the software with the control?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you can move it.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we have all the device. You see the whiteboard in the back because I have this camera that it can follow me. It can zoom
Hmm.
on the whiteboard when I'm teaching because I teach online classes.
Hmm.
We have to is if you want to do this nowadays, you need to be technical. That's the way it is. You need to know how to post. You need to know how to upload videos to YouTube. You need to know how to record on Zoom, record with a camcorder, right? Camcorder for my in-person
Hmm.
sessions,
Yeah.
Zoom for online sessions. I have the other device for broadcasting or doing hybrid events.
Hmm.
There's a little bit of everything, how to
Yeah. Yeah.
create banners, how to create ads. I mean, you name it. We need to be technical.
We just got somebody came in new. DH says hello from Colorado. So it seems like
Good.
a lot of people are here from the States
Yeah.
watching,
No,
and
well, Allison
hopefully
is in New Zealand, right?
Allison is in New Zealand. So hopefully they will catch
The
the
recording.
next the recording
Right.
tomorrow. Tomorrow the actual chat comes up. You don't get the chat the same day, you get it the next day. And yeah, I hope we get to see you in one of these.
Right.
The only thing I have going on besides that, Antonio went through his list of all the things he's doing. The only thing I have going on is in November. I have a gathering at my house. It's the same program that I do around the country, around the world, but we actually do the whole workshop in my backyard, unless it's raining, then we have it
When in
indoors.
November? When in November?
November 8th is the workshop that I'm doing here. And um, it's a very small group, very small group. So that usually sells. I already have some people
So
coming.
Alba has a beautiful place there.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
And
In
that's the
fact,
right time of the year to do that.
this is well, yeah. In November, it's perfect. Right now, it's so hot. It's
Yeah.
so humid. It's not hot, it's humid. So there's a difference.
Okay.
Even if it's cool, it's still humid. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I think
Thank you.
it's been great to see you. Hopefully, you will be motivated
Yeah.
to do this. If you've already doing hypnosis, consider learning new techniques with us. And just like you see us right now talking to you, this is how we are in class. We make fun of each other, we laugh, we poke at each other. He's like my
Yeah.
my brother, and it's kind of fun to
Yep.
listen to the banter back and forth, you know,
Yes.
because it's like family. It's like
Because believe it or not, we don't have the same belief system. We
no.
believe in different things, but we respect each other, you know?
Yeah. So when I'm saying things, he's, rolling his eyes, and when he's saying stuff, I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah.
But, that's our belief system.
That's
So
friendship. We need to respect each other and that's it. You
exactly,
know?
exactly. So it makes it a lot of fun. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see some of the testimonials from people from other
It's,
classes.
it's, it's good. If you're serious about learning hypnosis, this is not just a class. And I don't want to say this is you can make a career out of this because I don't want you to think of this as a career.
Yeah.
This is your purpose. If as a guide told me the other day, a spirit guide, Dr. Eva's spirit guide, you need to help. We were talking about her. You need to help her see herself not as a body, but as a soul with a mission. That was
There you go.
powerful. That
Yeah.
was powerful. We are souls with a mission. And he acknowledged how many people had. He said, you have healed many people, many souls, right? But I
Hmm.
know it's self-healing. I facilitated. They healed themselves.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
beautiful when you hear that because I feel that I'm fulfilling my mission. Because for the most part of my life, I felt lost. I didn't know
Yeah.
who I was, what I was going to do. But hypnosis, and I was meant to be gave and facilitating these type of sessions
Hmm.
and being Alba's friend and interacting and growing together has been part of fulfilling my
Yeah.
purpose, you know,
And we have fulfilled our purpose of this podcast because everybody's dropping
yes,
off.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
thank you all for watching.
Thank
And
you.
I hope we get to see you in person, um, in one of our classes or events. Okay.
Awesome.